All right, so we got some breaking news. Marco Mendicino to leave job as PM Carney's chief of staff. Well, that didn't take very long. Here's the two of them pictured together, smiling like idiots. Prime Minister Mark Carney's chief of staff, Marco Mendicino, will soon be leaving his position in the Prime Minister's office, according to a statement released Thursday. As we prepare for the throne speech, I have asked Mr. Mendicino to stay into the summer in order to support the launch of the government's mandate in Parliament. What mandate? You don't even have a majority, stupid. In Parliament, and to lead the transition of the PMO on my behalf. I am grateful that he has agreed to do so. Okay. Then Carney gives a statement. The former prominent Toronto MP and public safety minister, that's hilarious, under Justin Trudeau government, was appointed to serve in the key position, at least for the transition period, after Carney won the Liberal leadership and assumed the role of Prime Minister in March. Carney is calling Mendicino's support during his time vital. Weirdly enough, following his appointment as interim chief of staff, the opposition called out the move, with the NDP criticizing his staunch pro-Israel support and the Conservatives zeroing in on Mendicino's past tenure in the Trudeau government. He's the guy forced to resign, says Pierre Poilievre in a social media post back in March. In a statement, Business Control of Canada President Goldie Hyder said Mendicino took on the role at an inflection point in Canadian politics and was always available to stakeholders and genuinely open to hearing different perspectives, traits I hope for his successor adopts. All right. Then under here, I don't even want to get into this. Will Mendicino run to become mayor of Toronto? Good Lord. And you know what? He'd probably win. I don't think a lot of people like Olivia Chow. And Toronto, I mean, good Lord, is one of the most liberal cesspools in the entire country, if not the entire world. But that's interesting. There was no real reason as to why this is happening. I don't believe Marco Mendicino has actually said anything. Let me just check here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Is his name Mark or Marco? Probably should have known that already. Marco, I really should have known that. Yeah, so here he is. Sorry about that. I'm just going to check his account here. I don't see any statements. Yeah, nothing here. Yeah, didn't even say anything. So there's no reason why. Was he forced out or did he leave? It's kind of weird that this decision happened so early into the Prime Minister's term. I mean, it's not even been a month yet. But it's reported by Vashi Kapelos, and she's probably one of the better ones at CTV, so this is interesting. Let's see what Mark Carney had to say. Maybe there's a reason there. It's all very strange. It's very weird timing. Who had originally planned to return to Toronto following his tenure as an MP and minister, agreed to serve as my initial chief of staff. Yeah. I mean, they did say that it was going to be temporary, but thought it'd be a little bit longer than this, and Mark Carney even admitted that he wants Marco Mendicino to stay on at least until after the throne speech, so very interesting. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe there's some suspicions. I can't remember. There's been a lot of scandals in the Liberal Party. I can't remember which one he's a part of, but there's been quite a bit of them. So maybe there's something going on there. Maybe he's going to go into hiding because I have no idea. I'm just thinking off the top of my head because that's really all I have right now. Pretty short article, no explanation as to what's going on, but he's leaving, so I don't know if he's going to be resigning as an MP, but if he does, guess what? That means there's a by-election. Unfortunately for us, if he does leave, there's a by-election, especially if it happens soon, the Liberals are probably going to win it anyway. But as time goes on, if this thing drags out and people keep getting more exposed to who Mark Carney really is and that Liberal support drops off, which I think it will, maybe he won't. The Liberals did lose a by-election in Toronto St. Paul under Justin Trudeau. Maybe it could happen again, but I think he's in a Liberal stronghold. I don't know which riding he's in, but he's got to be in a Liberal stronghold if a guy like that can keep winning. But either way, this is interesting. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think he's going to resign entirely? Do you think he's going to run to be the mayor of Toronto? What do you think is going to happen? Please don't be shy. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps grow the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back shortly with a new video.